Okay, so many people have requested a video on how to cut lace when you get a wig like this. And so I thought I'd take this opportunity to show you how I do it. Okay, so this is a wig and my forehead looks a little funny, I know, it's just the lace. But I put it on because the first thing that I do is find the middle and just cut right almost up to the hairline, okay? So then I take the wig off again. Here's the center of the wig. This is where I just cut. You go all the way over to the ear tab and you can see where the lace ends on the inside. So I will usually start to try there and just snip. I cut this pretty close. And then flip it over so you can see where the hairline is exactly. And just start cutting close to the hairline. Don't be afraid to cut some of the hairs. It's okay because the wigs tend to make a perfect arc on your forehead, which doesn't look natural. So I'm not gonna completely zigzag, but I'm just gonna sort of go up and down so that the hairline won't be an arc, but it will be, it'll look more realistic because I'll have a few hairs here, none here, or a few more hairs here. So it'll look a little more natural. I'm cutting really close to the hairline, not up in the hairline. And I'm just going, making little up and down. It looks a little messy when you're doing it. It looks like you're doing a really bad job. But once you get it on your head, it'll look a lot better. Okay, so we're halfway done already. See how easy that is? Okay, so we're just gonna go to the other side, flip it over, find where the lace ends, and just clip it. And then flip it back over so you can see the hairline. I hope you can see this. And just do the same thing. Get up close to the hairline. Cut in little zigzags. Now this is a Nell's wig, and what I love about her wigs is the first layer of hairs are very sparse. So you're gonna be able to cut some of the hair off without what's the word I'm trying to look for? Without hurting the integrity of the wig, without compromising the integrity of the wig. That's what I was gonna say, or the integrity of the hairline. Okay, so after, all the way to the center again. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do is try on the wig, and we might have to do some more cutting. We probably will. Okay, actually that was a pretty good cut. So as you can see, you can still see the little knots, the roots. What I'm gonna do, because I can't see this from my camera, I'm gonna get some tweezers and I'm gonna pluck some of these hairs. And so let's go do that now. Okay, so if you're like me, you don't like to see these little dots or knots because it just doesn't look natural. Now before I pluck, I'm gonna get in here and snip a little bit, and I'm gonna snip in little V's. Now I'm not gonna use shearing scissors because I can't control the space because the cut on those scissors are so uniform, and maybe I want to cut a V a half an inch, and maybe I want to cut it a quarter of an inch away from each other, and I don't have that. I can't do that with the shearing scissors. Okay, can you see? Yeah. So I'm just cutting little V's. There's a little knot that I don't like. Always have, when you do this, always have your hair where you're gonna wear it. Make sure the ear tabs are in place. The part is where you want it, because I'm gonna cut up into the part just a little bit. Okay, so you can see that this is already looking a lot better. A lot better. Okay, so at this point, now I'm going to get the tweezers. I'm going to start tweezing the biggest of the knots in the front of the wig. But, you know, I can see them, you can see them, because you're really close up. If I were just walking around outside, nobody else would see them. Nobody else is looking for it. So this wig would look completely natural. But I like a good hairline, so I'm going to try to make it as good as I can. And it's that simple. If you enjoyed this, if you learned anything, please join us over at The Wig Situation on YouTube. We have lots of tutorials, reviews, and it's just, we make it a talk show, and we just like to have fun and talk about wigs. Okay, see you there. Bye.